Hello and welcome to The Den. I'm Dr. Garglebard, and in this video we'll be going through what I've picked up at a recent record dig. My twin brother Martin and I paid a visit to one of the UK's oldest independent record shops, the Diskery, in central Birmingham, which was established in 1952. They stock a huge range of second-hand records, including many rarities across a variety of genres, including rock, reggae, punk, metal, jazz, blues, indie, soul, funk and fusion. I'll put links to their website and socials in the video description if you want to check them out. It's well worth a visit. Martin picked up a load of 90s US house imports and I bought 31 records for 45 quid, which works out at £1.45 each. So it certainly wasn't my biggest spend on records and I didn't really get any outstanding bargains. I paid close to the going rate on Discogs for most of these, but the thrill of the dig is what it's all about as far as I'm concerned. So it's a solid pile for not much money and I'm pretty happy with that. There's a mixture of 80s, 90s and a couple of early noughties tunes in here. So let's have a look through the pile and I'll break off to play some snippets of the better ones as we go. So first up, from 1982, we've got a Yazoo track, Situation, Francois Kevorkian dub mix on it, 1982, pretty ahead of its time. Great record, especially the dub. Next we've got Shannon's Let the Music Play, which is a bit of a club staple from 1984. Next up, 1986's Love Can't Turn Around, File of Jackmaster Funk, Jesse Saunders, with vocals by Daryl Pandy, who ended up becoming quite a big superstar after this, really, in the house circles anyway. Next up, Joyce Sims, All in All, which is produced by Curtis Mantronic. (1987) Mars, Pump Up the Volume. It's a remix. Colourbox, Dave Durrell, CJ McIntosh and A.R. Kane. A sample-based tune that went to #1. Came out of nowhere for a lot of people, but I've been into Colourbox for a little while before that. The litigation, though, caused by the unauthorised use of sampling led to the band splitting up, which is a shame because, yeah, it's a great record. And I've always had a bit of a thing for the remix over the original. So a nice one to have in the collection alongside the original. Pretty pleased about that. Next up, from 1988, we've got Blow's Record Change, Kevin Saunderson production and a Kevin Saunderson remix on the same record. Released when I was 15 years old, that one, and I've waited until I'm 51 before finally getting a copy. So yeah, that's going in the pile as well. And then we've got, from 1988, the same year, The Brat Pack, So Many Ways Do It Properly Part 2, which is a CNC production, and it has an amazing Drums of Death useful percussion tool on the B-side. So I will be using this at some point in the future. Really good drums. I'll play a little bit of it now for you. Okay, still in 1988, S Express. It's an absolutely timeless classic from the same sort of Wild West days of sampling. There's over a dozen samples in it, including, funnily enough, the Yazoo track that I featured earlier on in the video. Samples that as well. A really, really important piece of history, that one from the late 80s. Then we've got Scandalous by CNC. It's a really early CNC production, 1989, as I said. Anything by Clivillers and Cole I will always collect because I'm a bit of a completist for them. Liz Torres' track from 1989, Payback, is a bitch. It's a promo there. Funnily enough, she worked with CNC later on in her career. Another fairly easy to get hold of record, Mantronics. Track from 1989 featuring Wondrous, Gotta Have Your Love. And then a really cheesy Italian tune from 1989, but it's brilliant. It's a big hit, loads of pianos, full on Italian screamathon. Great record that. I've already got that, but I thought for £1 I'll have another one. And it is a minter, as you can see. Okay. Still for 1989, Chavone's Always There, which is a Blaze remix. It's got the Intense dub on it, which I really like. But the main track is well known, and I will play you a little bit of that now. last one from the 80s, really, technically. 1989, Pump Up the Jam. This is the Wing Command's suspiciously titled Punami mix. Terrible name, but the remix is quite good. And again, it was only £1, so I went for that. So, 1990 now. This is a record label from Sheffield called Ozone Records. They made some really good bass and bleep stuff, but that's not one of the finest moments, but £1, well worth it. Offshore, Can't Take the Power, also from 1990. That's got the Reaver mix on it and the dub. The dub is pretty good. If you mix it with the original, you can get a fairly nice long version out of it. And then another CNC record from 1991 this time. Here we go. Nothing outstanding, but just a nice one to put in the collection if you want to be a completist like I am. 1991. First, The Enemy Within. It's a promo, this one, and it's a big hip house track with an anti-drugs message, produced by Phil Kelsey of PKA fame. So PKA did some really big club records around the same time. Yeah, I'll play a little bit of this one now because it's quite an interesting one.
The enemy within, where do I begin? Brother on the block dealing, which is a sin. Egging me, begging me, yelling and then telling me this is no less but the best that he's selling me. Crack. I don't want this, he's rubbing his head, wondering why I can resist this. Will let me refrain once again and explain. Brothers like you and your crew are just a pain. Stand in the street, stopping everyone you meet. Asking for the time when it's money you seek. Learn to earn, not burn up the paper, cause I'll catch you soon for the crap you cater. Where I pen poetry, you're selling sin. If you're wondering why, it's the enemy within. Again, son with a gun, now his future looks dim. Running with a bandit, I can understand it. Once you cash in a blast, pull the gun demands you stealing, feeling and dealing. So many crimes, send the judge real, and you claim you're the main, but I find that insane, cause you steal for a deal, a crack of cocaine, smoking through a pipe. Once you made a swipe, but I wouldn't try to hype, cause it's really not my type. The jail stay clean, know what I mean? To write about the steam is more my scene. There's no hope for the dope that you and yours bring, you and yours, and of course, the enemy within. Into my skin. Man don't give a damn about the misery he brings. Killing off his brother and shaking up the motherland. Coming with a new brand, get on the other hand. Take a taste of the waste called segregation. Take a brother out from the Zulu nation. Send him reeling, leave him bleeding, while his family and friends stand pleading. Why did he have to die? He was an activist, but that's a lie. He was a free man, now he's a dead man. Why did he die? I stand for his clan. This is a quest till the rest we may win. Living in a land with the enemy within.
Okay, but still on 1991, this is the Vinyl Vandals on Warrior Records. They were pioneers of like the early breakbeat sound. And then we've got Mind of Cain, 1991, Stabbed in the Back. It's quite a well-known hardcore tune, sort of hardcore breakbeat techno tune. Okay, this is a classic 1991, Yo Bots, I Got It. This is a US pressing. It's a huge record. The groove mix in particular is the one to go for. It's a lovely organ-driven anthem of a track with really nice vocals, dubby pianos. Still sounds really good in 2025, and it's available still on Discogs, this, for peanuts. I was really surprised to see how much this goes for. It's less than £1 usually. So definitely one to check out. I'll play a little bit of it now. Okay, 2/3 of the way through now. This is a LCGC, which is a Paul Gotel 1992 house track. The Well Hung Monkey Dub's quite a good track. Just a solid house track from that era. Stress Records next. I'm not a huge fan of this label, to be honest. It's quite cheesy, a lot of the Stress stuff, but this is a decent gospel-induced track with a decent slam mix on it. That's, yeah, definitely worth putting in the collection. LL Cool J from 1993. Not a huge fan of the main track, but it's got Mama Said Knock You Out 12-inch version on it. And some really nice rims that you can just see there on the back. 1993 still. This is a Razor record. I used to have loads of these. I don't know what's happened to them all, but they've gone now. This has got a Travis Nelson track on it, a remix on it, which is pretty good. He was a big deal back then. And then we've got from 1994, Swing 52, Colour of My Skin. Licensed from Cutting Records. Good house track, this. Very good house track. Was really big at the time. So Jeannie Tracy now, 1994. Not a fan of the record label or the vocalist, but it's got a really good Junior Boy's Own mix on it, which is a dub. It's just a really good solid instrumental track. Okay, late 90s coming up now, 1997, Arcana. This has got a Propeller Heads mix on it, which is one of the slower, chuggier ones that they did. But yeah, very good record to have. A Masters at Work record. I didn't pay for this one, actually. Martin gave me this. Cheers, bruv. But anything Masters at Work is worth looking at. They do really solid, playable house records. And that one from 1997. Right, we're into the 2000s now. So this is Alter Ego's Rocker. Big record. I think this charted. I've already got this, but I'll have another copy for £1. And then finally, saving the worst to last, is the Britney Spears record. Yeah, I know. Jacques Leconte's remix. It doesn't say what all the remixes are on it. It's like a bootleg. I was hoping it'd have the James Holden remix on, but it doesn't, unfortunately. And I can't find the release on Discogs that I'm looking for, or this one. So I'm not sure who's done the other remixes on this one. Either way, it's definitely the worst record in the pile. That'll probably go to charity shop. Okay, so that wraps up this short video. Martin and I do regular digs across the UK, so we may do more of these if there's any interest out there for this type of video. Also, please drop a comment if you know of any interesting places to dig for this kind of music. We're always on the lookout for more places to visit, so that will be very much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and please comment below if you have any memories of these records. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you can join me for the next one. Thanks for watching again, and cheers.